Yeah, I'm back again with another one though, as a follow up to the last video I did about this, because it's another thing I need to point out too about this serial killer. Look real close. Excuse me one second. Sorry about that. Look real close at this guy. You know, because I was reading the police chief song. I'm gonna leave the link in the description for the story. But if it's me, or could this serial killer, um, going by the physical appearance, it either has to be a very big man, or it could be a woman. I'm just going by looking at the chest. You can't really see it. And then there's another thing too, that they're also wearing a hoodie. Now that's what I wanted to point out, and to that coon Stephen A. Smith. You talk about you got a problem with NBA players wearing hoodies, sitting on the bench, because it makes so-called white people be uncomfortable, because it reminds them of Trayvon Martin. But you got a serial killer running loose right here in my backyard in the territory of Florida, and they're wearing a hoodie, and you being quiet about that. By the way, he killed like 3 people. The brother at the bottom you see kneeling down, who moved in, I forgot his name. You'll see the link in the description. He moved down here from Las Vegas. He's a musician, and here's something that's common. He was the first victim. He shot him while he was waiting on the bus, waiting for the bus to come. 22 years old. The woman is 32-year-old white female. He shot her too. And the third, which happens to be, this was even more sadder, happens to be autistic. And he was waiting for the bus too, waiting to catch the bus too. And because he wanted to celebrate, because he just earned his first paycheck. Now keep in mind also, family, too, that it is the 26th, and we're getting real close to Halloween, and we're looking at a real life Michael Myers here. And I said in my last video, here in Florida, we have like over 1.5, 1.6 million maybe concealed carry weapon license and stuff. Florida leads by example in doing that. Trust me, if I would have been there in Tampa, if I see this fool coming, I would take him out like that. No pressure whatsoever. But the weapon of choice this serial killer used, the MO, is a gun. And another thing too, that the victims that he picked are all waiting for the bus. Well, except for the woman. I don't think the woman was waiting for a bus. I think hers is a lot more different. But I'm put the link in the description. In fact, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 second. All right. Here's a picture. All 3 of them were in common. They were all bus riders, and they were all 3 were shot at or near bus stops. The pathology. That's what I was telling one of my subs from my last video about. And this happened within a 10-day span. Now, like I say, they released the video. And as well, the FBI is also dispatching their people to do this. And like I figured, it had to be a man, perhaps early 20s, wearing a dark coat with a hood, fleeing the scene. The female name that was killed 2 days later after Mitchell was Monica Caridad Hoffa. No, I don't know. No relation. And she was shot and killed half a mile away from where Mitchell was shot. Now the third victim, when I told you he was autistic, his name was Anthony Naboya. Yeah, he was autistic. 20 years old. He was found dead on the sidewalk, killed on North 15th Street between East Conover Street and East Wilder Ave, not far from where Mitchell and Hoffa was previously killed. In fact, his body was found just a few hundred feet from where Mitchell was shot. You know, and like I said, there's the right there. I'm gonna leave the link for this story in the description so y'all could go ahead and have at it. But you're looking at the thing right there. That's where Mitchell was shot. Hoffa was killed, and wow, there's the high school where Naboya had went. Now that whole district, they've been suffering a lot of economically toward the end of the 20th century. But over in that area, Seminole Heights, they recently showed signs of recovery. Influx of new businesses, dining establishments. Also, in addition to a multiple craft breweries, which Tampa is well known for. So the chief was giving residents, like, look, listen to what he said. We have someone terrorizing the neighborhood. Don't walk alone. Be aware of your surroundings. If you're walking alone, you're either a suspect or a potential victim. Now, if you're walking alone, you're either a suspect. Now, what if that person who walking home alone could probably be walking home from work, and then you got some old scary ass motherfucker that thinking like, oh, well, he must be the killer. Shoot him, bomb. Do you realize what this dumbass chief just did? He worded this so wrong. Now, but he did ask in the area like, look, don't walk alone at night. You might be out walking after dark. Arrange to have a friend join you. Yeah, I have my friend join me. It's called Beretta 92FS. It's two of them. Turn on your outdoor lights, such as front porch lights. Tampa police can provide light bulbs as necessary. But here's the thing, though. Like, let me just go back to this real quick. Like I said, and this is happening we almost close right there on Halloween. You feel me? Now, if this motherfucker isn't caught or hopefully killed before Halloween, because Halloween, everybody gonna come out and they're gonna start wearing costumes. They're gonna start wearing masks. They're gonna start doing this. It's gonna be more easier for him to blend in. You ever notice this, people? That's why you see on the TVs why they showing AMC showing the Fear Fest. What's the one movie they showing more than anything on TV? Halloween. Michael Myers. This dude I'm thinking, I don't care. I'm gonna say it's a guy. He has the exact posture of the face of the shape of Michael Myers. He's already killed 3 people, and he's wearing a hoodie. Now, in the Halloween remake by Rob Zombie and Halloween 2 remake, didn't Michael Myers on his way home, wasn't he wearing a hoodie? He wasn't wearing the infamous William Shatner mask. He wore a hoodie too. Later on in the movie, go and see it. I'll tell you, it's just too coincidental for me. It's just too coincidental. But anyway, though, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. As always, go ahead, subscribe, share. Make sure you click the notification bell so when I upload new videos, you'll get them. And as for Stephen A. Smith, I want to hear your big mouth fuck ass say something about that instead of you want to rant your mouth about Trayvon Martin. And I'm gonna quote on this. You know him and that fat tub of lard, Jason Whitlock, which I'm glad I haven't heard nothing from him, thank God. Here's something they both got in common. Here you got a couple of moist bitch made ass punks, both 50 years old. Shoot. Stephen A. Smith, yeah, I got a picture of him and his wife. But the thing with him, I guarantee you, he ain't giving her none, and I don't blame her. She probably want to give it up to Kevin Durant or LeBron James or somebody like that. Like Willie D said, shit, you gotta work. You gotta work with athletes that your wife wanna fuck. I'm just paraphrasing, but I ain't hear him say shit about this. He keeping his mouth shut. Nor has he responded back to my tweet I sent his puss ass. But that's another video for another day. I'm done with this. No more talk.